Right, my name's Richard Bown, predominantly a dairy farmer. I'm third generation here on this tenanted farm. We farm 420 acres and as I say, we're mainly dairy, about 170 dairy Holsteins. Usually milk about 65 to 70 plus followers, and then we've got a pedigree herd of beef shorthorns as well. We're fairly vigorous with our rotation of field and like how we reseed them and mixes. And from Cotswold we tend to use the WESTERWOLDS, obviously for the bulk quickly. We use a fast and vast mix, which we like. We try and grow one or at least two fields every year of that mix. And we also use the Timothy leys as well in the heavier fields that are prone to drought in the summer, and then the fields that can flood more in the winter, we find the Timothy with a deep root stands it a bit better. And then we use the milk and meat, the pochon mix that we use quite often as well. We like that a lot. We've got 3 fields here that are really heavy clay, like they used to be blue clay even really. But we range from these heaviest fields I'm stood in now through to sort of medium or light loam. Right, this is a field of WESTERWOLDS. It's our smallest field on the farm. It's only 4 acres. It is reputedly one of the 3 lowest fields between Tewkesbury and Worcester in the floodplain. And this is a field that we had maize in last year, and then after maize it was getting quite late and we took the risk to reseed it. We actually ran a verdostat over the field and scuffled the top, and then we direct drilled in WESTERWOLDS well into November it was, and we direct drill with a Moore's uni drill, a 3-metre close spacing drill. No field on our farm receives any more than 70 units of nitrogen for first cut. The WESTERWOLDS, because of the nature of it, it does bulk pretty easy. It's a good bulk feed, which is what it says on the can really. So. And we grow 3 crops basically, so it varies from, so it'll be fast and vast, WESTERWOLDS, the pochon dairy, the Timothy leys that we use for our young stock and in haylage and hay later in the season. And we try and grow different forages for different applications. So the young stock are on a coarse stem diet, and then the dairy want more protein. And so depending on which fields it is and what we want to serve with those fields is how we end up planting them really, and with what variety. Our herd name is Richaven Holsteins. As I say, we currently number about 65 milking cows plus followers. We tend to do 2 or 3 national shows a year to promote our herd, and we do sell a lot of animals privately and a lot of embryos and progeny off our good cows. And we also export quite a bit into Europe. We're fairly low input in terms of concentrate, but the capacity of the cows and what we feed them, they seem to milk pretty well. Our cow average is over 12,000 litres, but we are actually one of the highest herds in the country on twice-a-day milking.
My name's Daniel Bown, Richard Bown's son. I've worked at home on the farm since 16, since I left school. In this field here we've got a fast and vast crop. This is second cut, this is. This field was sown beginning to middle of May. We're mowing the field today to make haylage, which will be for show cows and feeding heifers and stock throughout the winter.
Well, first cut silage always goes in the pit, or as much as we want to put in the pit for our milking cows. Traditionally we cut for anywhere from the end of April to about the middle of May. We do get a lot of people comment on like the amount of milk and the quality of the forage that we're feeding our animals. Forage is everything. Like, we pride ourselves on the quality of our stock and cows and the size and the capacity of them, but you only get out what you put in. So like, we're fairly conscious that if we don't put a good product into them at the front end, you don't get it out at the back end and it doesn't return in meat or milk. So like, we are very particular about what we grow and how we forage it. I'm the second generation, and Daniel is the third that we've been using the product, or Cotswold Seeds, for 3 generations now. We're farming at this farm. Any advice we've had always seems to be very good. The consistency of the seeds, I can honestly say we've never put a field of seed in that hasn't germinated or we've been disappointed. And if we didn't like it, we wouldn't still be using it, basically.